You walk into the car dealership thinking you're about to get the deal of a lifetime. 0% financing. It sounds like free money, right? But what if I told you that this 0% deal might actually cost you thousands of dollars? More in the long run. Sounds crazy? Stick around, because what you're about to discover might completely change how you buy your next car. This is the kind of information car dealerships hope you never learn. Number 1. What is 0% financing? Really? 0% financing means you're not paying any interest on your auto loan. So, if you borrow $25,000 for 5 years, you only repay $25,000, no extra interest added. Sounds too good to be true? Well, that's the catch. It often is, because most 0% offers come from the car manufacturer, not the bank. And they use these offers to push specific models that aren't selling well. You won't see 0% offers on the hottest trucks or SUVs. You'll find them on overstocked sedans or last year's models. For example, you might see a 0% offer on a 2024 sedan that's been sitting on the lot for months. It's not necessarily a bad car, but you need to ask yourself why they're offering it at 0%. Number 2. The hidden cost of choosing 0%. Let's say you walk into a dealership and they offer you two options. Option 1. $25,000 for a new car with 0% interest. Option 2. The same car, but with a $4,000 rebate if you use traditional financing at 5% interest. Most people would jump at the 0% deal. But let's break it down. With the rebate, you're only financing $21,000, not $25,000. Even with 5% interest, your total repayment over 5 years might end up being less than what you'd pay with 0% financing on the full $25,000. And that $4,000 rebate, that's instant savings you're giving up just for the illusion of free money. Number 3. You might not even qualify. Here's something dealers often keep quiet until the last moment. Not everyone qualifies for 0%. It's usually reserved for buyers with excellent credit. Think credit scores over 720. If your score is lower, you'll probably be offered a higher interest rate instead. But by then, you've already mentally bought the car. You're emotionally invested. So you go ahead with a less attractive deal. And that's exactly what they want. The shiny 0% offer was just bait. Number 4. You'll likely give up negotiating. Power. 0% financing often comes with a string attached. You can't negotiate the price of the car. Why? Because the financing and the vehicle price are tied together. You're getting the financing through the manufacturer, which means they want to lock you into their full asking price. Let's say the MSRP of a car is $28,000. If you take 0% financing, you might be stuck paying that full price. But if you go with outside financing from your bank or credit union, you might negotiate the price down to $26,000 or even lower. That's an instant win, and it's money in your pocket, not the dealer's. Number 5. It limits your options. 0% financing is almost always tied to brand new vehicles. So forget about buying a used car at a discount and financing it interest-free. Also, you usually have to choose from a limited selection of vehicles on the lot. No special orders, no custom builds. Let's say you want a car with leather seats and a sunroof, but the only 0% model available has cloth seats and no extras. To get the 0% rate, you have to settle. You lose flexibility. You lose control. Number 6. Short loan terms can mean higher payments. Many 0% financing deals come with shorter loan terms, like 36 months. That means your monthly payments will be higher. For example, financing $24,000 over 36 months equals $667 per month. Compare that to a traditional loan. At 5% interest over 60 months, your payment would be closer to $452. So even though you're paying 0 interest, the monthly payment might stretch your budget more than necessary. Number 7. Your trade-in could be undervalued. Here's a sneaky tactic some dealers use. They offer you 0% financing, but lowball your trade-in. Let's say your old car is worth $6,000. They might only offer you $4,000. Why? Because they're making up the profit they lost on the financing. That extra $2,000 goes right back into their pocket. And if you don't know the true value of your trade-in, you might walk away thinking you got a great deal, when in reality, you just lost money in a different way. Number 8. The deal might expire fast, on purpose. Ever notice how 0% offers have strict deadlines? Ends August 31st, only while supplies last. That's by design. It's meant to create pressure and urgency. They want you to make a fast decision before you do any real math, before you compare loans, before you check your credit, before you ask questions. But here's the truth. If a deal is good today, it should still be good tomorrow. Any pressure to buy now should be a red flag. Number 9. It's a marketing strategy, not a gift. Car companies are not charities. They're in business to make money. 0% financing is a powerful marketing tool. It grabs attention, it brings customers in, and in many cases, it leads people to spend more than they planned, just to not miss the deal. Imagine this. You walk in planning to spend $20,000. You see a car for $27,000, but it has 0% financing. You justify the extra cost because there's no interest, but you just spent $7,000 more than you planned. And that's exactly how they win. Number 10. How to actually decide if it's a good deal. So how do you know if 0% financing is right for you? Here's a step-by-step method. Step 1. Compare the 0% deal to the rebate or discount being offered with regular financing. Step 2. Run the numbers using a loan calculator. Use real monthly payments and total cost. Step 3. Check your credit score before walking into a dealership. Step 4. Know the market value of your trade-in. Sites like Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds can help. Step 5. Get a loan pre-approval from a bank or credit union before visiting the dealer. That way, you walk in with options. You can compare offers with full clarity, and you can avoid falling into a trap disguised as a deal. Number 11. 1. Real example that might surprise you. Let's run a real example. A car costs $25,000. With 0% financing for 5 years, you pay $25,000 in total. Now let's say the dealer offers you a $4,000 rebate if you choose 5% financing. That means you only finance $21,000. At 5% for 5 years, your total repayment would be around $23,775. That's $2,225 less than the so-called better 0% deal. Let that sink in. Number 12. When 0% actually is a good deal. Yes, there are times when 0% financing truly makes sense. If you qualify for it, if the price of the car is fair and not inflated, if there's no rebate or discount alternative, and if the monthly payments fit your budget without stretching you thin, then it might be a great deal, but those stars need to align, and you should only move forward after doing the math, not because a shiny ad told you it was free. Number 13. You might be forced to choose the dealer's lender. One overlooked downside of 0% financing is that it usually locks you into the dealership's preferred lender. You won't get to shop around for better loan terms, service, or flexibility. This means if the dealer's financing partner has slow customer service, limited payment options, or bad reviews, you're stuck with them. In contrast, getting pre-approved from a credit union or bank often gives you more transparency and better customer service. You're not just choosing a car. You're choosing who you'll owe money to for the next 3 to 5 years, and that matters more than most people realize. Number 14. You may lose out on future incentives. Some 0% financing offers block you from stacking other deals. You might not be eligible for additional cashback programs, loyalty bonuses, or special incentives for recent graduates or military service. So, while 0% sounds good up front, you could miss out on hundreds or even thousands in added savings. Let's say you qualify for a $1,500 loyalty bonus, but only if you take the standard financing offer. In that case, the loyalty bonus might actually beat out the value of 0% interest. Number 15. Early payoff may not save you anything. Normally, paying off a car loan early can reduce the total interest you owe. But if you're on a 0% financing plan, paying early doesn't change anything. You won't save a dime in interest because there's none to begin with. So, even if you come into some extra cash and want to pay it off faster, there's no real benefit. Your money might be better off earning interest elsewhere, like in a high-yield savings account or invested in the stock market. That's a missed opportunity cost people rarely think about. Number 16. Dealers might inflate prices to offset the loan. In some cases, dealers quietly increase the price of the car when you choose 0% financing. You may see a vehicle listed at $24,000 online, but once you sit down to sign the paperwork, the number magically becomes $26,000. When you ask why, they'll say it's the 0% promotional price. In other words, you're still paying interest. It's just baked into the sticker. So unless you catch it, you might end up paying the equivalent of a 5 or 6% loan without even knowing. Always get the out-the-door price in writing before you talk about financing. Number 17. Extended warranties or add-ons might be pushed harder. To make up for the profit lost on a 0% loan, dealers might push extras like extended warranties, service plans, or wheel protection. They'll often suggest adding those costs into your loan. Since there's no interest, people assume it won't make a difference. But suddenly that $25,000 car becomes $29,000 with all the add-ons. Even at 0%, you're paying more than you expected, and many of those extras aren't necessary, especially if the car already comes with a manufacturer warranty. Number 18. Some buyers get tricked by deferred interest. This one's especially sneaky. Some 0% offers aren't really 0%. They come with a deferred interest clause. This means you only get 0% if you make every single payment on time for the full loan term. Miss one payment, even by a day, and boom, interest retroactively kicks in from day one. Imagine thinking you're getting a free loan, only to be slapped with thousands in back interest years later. Always read the fine print and ask about penalties. Number 19. It encourages overspending on features you don't need. 0% financing makes monthly payments seem smaller than they really are. That means people feel more comfortable upgrading to leather seats, heated steering wheels, or a top-tier stereo system. It feels affordable because there's no added interest, but just because it's affordable doesn't mean it's wise. That $1,800 panoramic sunroof might feel like a small upgrade now, but it adds up fast. Ask yourself, would I still want this if I were paying cash? If the answer is no, don't get tricked by financing psychology. Number 20. It's not free if it's controlling your decision. Here's the real truth. 0% financing isn't automatically bad, but it becomes dangerous when it clouds your judgment. When you stop thinking critically and start chasing free money, that's when you lose. A good financial decision isn't just about interest rates. It's about total cost, flexibility, risk, and how the purchase fits into your overall budget. When you're informed, you stay in control, not the dealer, not the lender, not the flashy signs. You started this video wondering, is 0% financing really a good deal? Now you know. It depends. But here's the real question. Would you rather feel like you're saving money or actually save money? Your wallet will thank you for choosing facts over flashy ads. Which deal would you take? 0% interest or a rebate with a slightly higher interest rate? Let me know in the comments.